Sanctuary was never meant for humankind. It was forged as a refuge from the war between the high heaven. It became a new battleground in this eternal conflict. A secretive group called the Haradrim has kept mortals safe. But now this once powerful order is a husk of what it was. And Sanctuary's ancient creators have returned to claim the hearts of humankind. This is the story of their downfall.
That doesn't seem super warm. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Uh-oh. Hopefully that was just a dream, but it's not. We are the Druid, the big Samoan looking dude. We're gonna try him. He's a shapeshifter,
Better shelter before I freeze.
which is pretty good.
One eternity later.
Okay, so that was fun. Apparently the game crashed when I looked at some of the PC settings. So that was great. Nice to jump back in a 40-minute queue. No big deal. Anyway, yeah, we are the Druid right now. We are probably cousins of The Rock or Roman Reigns. Big Samoan looking dude.
Blocked.
But it's pretty interesting though, because he's feels kind of like melee right now, but he has the shape-shifting things that I'm sure will unlock shortly. Really kind of cool how you could transform into different beasts. Yeah, we're checking this out. might not get it in the beginning because of the whole server load situation. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of like Amazon's New World and about every other game that relies on servers. They're going to get so overloaded in the beginning that times are going to get ridiculous. I don't know why these companies don't really plan out for these things, but regardless, we're able to get in twice apparently.
Everywhere. Fangs in the dark. Ah, he bit me.
Careful. He's a wild one.
I'm a loose cannon.
What's it to you?
Oswen, hush. I'm sorry, Wanderer. You've come at a difficult time.
A difficult
This madman
time.
just stumbled into town and started causing trouble.
Demons spilling from the ruins. Kill us all. Kill us all.
Ruins? What is he talking about?
Come, I'll explain.
I guess she wants me to follow her.
There is evil staring in the ruins to the north. That poor monk back there must have gone inside. Even a holy man like him was driven mad by whatever he saw.
Oh, this guy is a
What's
merchant.
that? Could you protect us from whatever is out there? We have nowhere else to turn.
The evil stirring in those ruins is an affront against nature. I will make things right.
Truly? Oh, thank you.
Oh,
If
did we
Devlin's
level up?
taking up all the space by the fire, just give him a shove.
I think we leveled up. There we go. Now we have the skill point and level 2. I saw it in the top corner and it just didn't show anything first. All right, so now Dusk on the Mountain. We'll see how much of a playthrough we can get out of this. Right now it seems to be running smooth. Kind of like your typical Diablo, very linear tutorial. Oh, bear. Really big bear. Oh. Oh, he wasn't too terrible. Hide tunic. Oh, there's so much loot. I feel like I've only made a couple steps and I already have like 5 or 6 things. We'll see how loot crazy I'm gonna get with this, because I mean, personally, I don't know how you guys play, but I like to loot games. I mean, you see The Division, how I play that game. Like I condense it a lot for the amount of looting and exploring. Oh, skeletons. That I do. Because I don't know. Personally, I feel like it would just drag the video for like 15-minute video. It could be like 40 something minutes just because of me wandering, checking every nook and cranny. I don't know if you guys want to see that, but it can drag out these videos out a lot longer. But Diablo, or I should say Diablo, 'cause I feel like now with Diablo 3 you're gonna have to talk like Deckard Cain all the time. Probably gonna have that in the back of my head anytime I play with anybody this weekend. I'm gonna be talking like this for Diablo. but it should be a good time as long as the servers do their deal and they don't necessarily ruin the gameplay. And we're good. Seeing what we can destroy, what we can't. Already out the bat, this plays a lot better than Diablo Immortals. That had very sketchy gamepad support. I don't know if they fixed it since then, but I got really turned off because for me, I've been playing isometric ARPGs probably since what, 2017, 2018 maybe. I got Reaper's Souls on Xbox, and then I didn't really play it much, but then I got sick one weekend, maybe late 2017, probably early 2018, and I was just bedridden the whole weekend and played a shit ton of Diablo 3. I think I logged like 20 something hours that weekend and was obsessed, and then was super stoked when they announced it for Switch. I'm like, this is perfect. And then that kind of spiraled into many other games that we might dabble in on the channel if you guys are into it or not. A lot of other isometric ARPGs. Torchlight, I've been playing that since it's been on Xbox. Almost kind of prefer the Xbox version just because of gamepad support. And that's where I was getting earlier, is I only know to play these games with gamepad support, so it's foreign for me to play KBM. These archers, oh, apparently when I level it destroys everybody. Okay, good to know. That's all I know. And I tried Diablo 3 on PC. I did their trial, whatever, of so many levels you can get. Did not like it at all. I think I spent more time trying to convert KBM to gamepad. That it just took the fun out of it. I just don't like it. But I mean, if that's your thing, that's cool. I'm not accustomed to playing that. So, but I kind of got it working in a way. Copied Torchlight's controls on Steam and was able to do it for Diablo 3. But by then I was already kind of turned off by, like, there's a lot of effort just to play a demo, not even the full game. So I'm like, this is agitating me. But yeah, I play a bunch of them. It's Warhammer Chaos Bane, the Sacred series, Witcher 1. Like, I will put myself through the agony of playing KPM. I would much rather prefer not. Oh, okay, Cheryl. Prefer not to if there's gamepad support, or if I can tweak it like to do like Steam control configuration. But yeah, there's a ton of them. It's my jam. And then I kind of now, like, last like 3 or 4 years, kind of been dabbling back into third-person ARPGs, games like The Division and Phoenix Immortals Rising, and Skyrim. A lot of those games. One of my all-time favorites, who we played a little bit on, was Kingdoms of Amalur. Oh my god, I absolutely love that game. I just like the idea of like starting with a certain player, and by the end of it you're a completely different character. You made it your own. Super enjoy that like role-playing aspect of it, where you're playing a hero character, but it's like feels like it's you in a way. It might not even look like you, but it's you because you spent so much time curating this very particular and precise character. Spend so much time on their armor, and I kind of do that in wrestling too, to be honest, with Create a Superstar, as they call it nowadays. But I mean, old school days we called it Create a Wrestler. Oh my god, so many hours playing WWF No Mercy, WCW NWO Revenge, World Tour. I remember going to one of our malls was a 2-story mall at the time, and I remember kind of, God, that archer is really annoying. I have to like work my way to him. And then now there's another one across the room here. There's like 2 more. I remember vividly going upstairs. This like shows my age. Would always go up the escalator, right? And the first thing you see, like, it's almost like it's a horizon as you approach the top level. Blockbuster games. And lo and behold, one of the games that they were playing on like their little kiosk was I want to say, I think was WCW World Tour. Could have been Revenge, but I think it was World Tour at the time. Was absolutely enthralled. I thought that was the most amazing game. And then Revenge took it a next step, and then it didn't really have a create wrestler suite, but you couldn't edit players. So like me and my friend John, who lived down the street, would spend so much time like changing like alternate costumes of people into our own. Like we would set up tournaments and face the AI. We did that even on what was the game for PlayStation? That was the first PlayStation game I ever had. Was WCW versus the World. I remember again vividly. I don't like these shot guys. They like kind of like pulls you in. Oh, and they throw too many of them too. But yeah, I remember renting a PlayStation at a Blockbuster. I felt like such a badass getting home after school and having that big thick plastic briefcase. And the game I rented was WCW vs. the World. That was like my first experience with PlayStation. Absolutely loved it. So then my birthday later that year, I got a PlayStation and was fortunate enough to get WCW vs. the World. Oh, gotta watch my health. Talking too much about wrestling and a Diablo gameplay. But anyways, loved it. And then later on, other PlayStation games were WWF Warzone. That, I want to say, was the first one, at least in America, that introduced an actual creator wrestler. And ever since then, I've been absolutely obsessed with, like, maybe not making me, but making characters in games, like making like my own stories and whatnot. So that's what I like. Long story short, that's why I love action role-playing games, because you can absolutely step in the shoes of the hero, and if you're lucky and they allow it, you can absolutely go to town with head to toe what you can change from your player, change their abilities, change how they play, change their costumes. Like, absolutely love it. Even like the newer Assassin's Creed open world games are kind of like that, and same thing with the Ghost Recons and Divisions and all the other games out there. Mass Effect was a pretty good one, but I mean, you're kind of Shepard the whole time. Yeah, I just, something about like this fantasy like alternate world that you can kind of like enthrall. Witcher, another one. Like all these big massive either semi or open world games you can kind of get lost with 100%. And then I came across Diablo and I was like, oh, this is magical. And then that's again spiraled into other isometric stuff. And then now, well, like 45 minutes later, here we are in Diablo 4. I like it. I kind of like it's like a mix of the good things of Diablo 3 and the good things of the older Diablo games. Played Diablo 2 and I really appreciated what the remaster did. Was not so much of a fan of like that unrealistic, and I say that very loosely because we're playing Diablo in isometric form, but unrealistic like speed run the whole time. Wasn't a fan of that. I kind of like a slower pace, kind of like this, and this might even be a little too slow for me, honestly. maybe like a little bit faster, but that could also be the class that you are. This guy could be a little more slower paced than somebody else. Don't know yet, but wasn't so much of a fan of it, and I didn't have anything nostalgia wise leading. Oh, gotta watch my health. Leading back to it, because Diablo 3 was my introduction to it, so kind of happy that they leaned a lot more on Diablo 3 and just kind of maybe grab some of the Diablo 2 lore and gore and more of the gothic theme, dark, ominous vibe that those games had. It's not as colorful as Diablo 3 was. Alright, I feel like these rooms are empty. Let's open the other door. At least we can, almost like we're claiming this room. Alright, we did the big loop. Now we're gonna actually go through here. Yeah, another thing in these games, just exploring. I love to try to cover every inch of absolutely everything. That's why I'm not sure how much we're gonna edit these things. I don't know if I'm gonna spend a lot of time doing. Oh god, these guys just came out of nowhere. I really wish I kind of like a whirlwind kind of deal that can like spin around and take them all out. Really digging the werewolf deal. We might dabble in the bear one, but really kind of liking this. Might level up and see if we could cause more damage later on, but or see if there's like another one. I like the staff too. Playing Robin and Gotham Knights has really kind of made me appreciate the staff. Nice hit. Oh, he continues. Gotta smash everything. I've been kind of having like an itch to play Diablo 3 again. It's just very difficult to have the time to play it, because I know as soon as I turn it on, I'm getting lost in it. And there's just so many other games that kind of like want your attention. And then on top of that, you have the new ones, but then you have like the remasters and remakes that are coming out of old games. So it's like, oh man, I don't have time for one. Now you're gonna throw like 5 of them at me. And it feels like it's just like a constant thing. And Steam's like doing sales all the time. PlayStation, Xbox, no different. Which is great. But at the same time, you're not adding more hours to my weeks. So and if I want to do anything for the channel, it's a process. So I kind of have to be like selective with what I'm able to do, and I think Diablo is going to be a good one. I think just the only frustration part that we might, as a collective group, might run into is those queue times. We'll see how Blizzard can remedy a lot of that, because mine earlier went from like 20 minutes and then the game basically crashed on me. So got in for like enough time to watch all the trailers and whatnot, created my character, and then it crapped out on me. To wait again for like another 40 minutes. That was fun. So what are these guys? So they're like the Fallen, but they were like little devils, little spawn babies. One thing I'm unfamiliar with, playing a lot of Diablo, a lot of the lore. So I kind of have to read up on a lot of it, because sometimes you get too busy playing the game and you're not super paying attention to it. Well, that was a nice dash, showing off. It's also weird too because I'm used to playing on console, so you don't have your dodge button on your analog stick. In fact, I don't even know what the right analog stick does in this game. You can't adjust the camera or anything. It's just kind of there. Also sort of afraid to kind of go in my settings again. Don't really want to have to wait another queue. Oh, this guy looked like he was like respawning them. He was like throwing them. Or throwing like fireball things. Alright. Yeah, let's get it now. I have a feeling there's going to be something through that arch. Nobody has an arch in their way and it'd be meaningless. But could be wrong. Very detailed. I really like this. Would probably be easier to see at night. Oh, I feel like this is a bad area. There's no way out. Oh man. Well, boss fight. Boss fight it is. And I guess it's meaningful that they're telling us to evade with a Hulk smash that he does. Scarred Baron. Oh yeah, so he does that like that. Mr. Freeze fall. Oh, Hulk smash. Alright, so it looks like you're gonna have to dodge heavily from this guy. Because he does like his particular moves that just smash you. And now he's gonna respawn these guys again in like a pentagram. Claw these guys. Start all over again, get out of his way. Hopefully dodge his initial, but then you have to watch out for the swing. And he does like that back swing.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh. He covers a good range. That's not good for me. I have to like, you really have to keep an eye on your health. Kind of like Gotham Knights really doesn't do a very good job. I mean, you also have to pay attention, but your health can go down really fast, especially with how many characters they throw at you. NPCs. Definitely have to kind of keep your eyes. I don't remember having only 4 health potions. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Diablo 3 had a lot more. Again, very confusing when you play a lot of these like-minded games like Portugal and whatnot. You got scrolls and potions and mana and all these things, and everybody just does like subtly different. Looks like they're plentiful though. So 4, while it seems like it's low, they do a good job at giving you opportunities. Like they just drop 2 more. Give you opportunities to actually replenish yourself without exhausting them all completely. I don't know if that's going to change when you play with people. This hopefully will be the last run around with this dude, because he's a little bit left on his health. Apparently I can't really hit him when he does the little pentagram deal. Oh, there he is. He's done. And we got gloves. Oh, there we go. A hand axe. Thank you for pooping that out. Alrighty, well that is gonna be it for episode 1, but we'll definitely have more of these. Would appreciate a like and subscribe, and enjoy your weekend, guys. Hopefully you'll get some time in with Diablo 4 if you're into that. If not, we'll catch you in a different episode later.